found the seven deadly sins a compelling assessment of some of the fundamental problems in the human condition.
Mm-hmm.
It's not really from the Islamic tradition. Although all of them are identified as problems, the way that they're structured in the Catholic tradition as being kind of the root, the radix, you know, the root of the problems intrigues me. But greed, which is the one I wanted to talk about with you, is a fascinating problem because economics, and I think the Jews and the Muslims share this, that economics is so central to both traditions. Like out of the 613 mitzvot, yeah, that about 120 apparently, I mean, this one rabbi I read said about 120 deal with economics, which is a large bulk. One of the most fundamental books in our tradition, which is called the Muwatta, which is basically the first major collection of hadith, a third of it deals with economics. And one of the things about both the Bible and the Quran, it's filled with verses about economic justice and treating people with dignity and taking care of the orphan, taking care of the widow, taking care of the poor, you know, giving back from what you've been given. The very beginning of the Quran says that, you know, those who believe in God, believe in the unseen, all the things that go with the unseen, and from what they have been given, give out. You know, so it's very interesting because one of the fundamental things about being human is breathing, which is taking in and then exhaling, right? We have to exhale. We take in food, we have to defecate and urinate. And I find it fascinating. I don't know about Hebrew, but in Arabic, the word for greed, aphoresia, avarice, and the word for constipation is the same in Arabic, imsak.
Yeah, and you know, I can't remember what I don't know that there's a word that's exactly like greed, but greed is always under attack in the Bible, and I mean in the Torah, in a very strong way.
Right.
And but I don't think that's the term that's used. But it's you know, the Torah is filled with commands about how to treat other human beings, and in particular around the issue of not assuming that you have a right to maximize your wealth without regard to the consequences for others.
Right.
So we live in a society where this part of Torah has been very deeply underplayed in the synagogues, in those synagogues where people were seeking to make it in America, to ascend the ladder, so to speak. Because most Jews who came here in the 1880s to 1920s, say, until when they cut off immigration, when the country cut off immigration because there were too many foreigners coming here.
Yeah.
Although, of course, everybody here was a foreigner originally except Native Americans.
Sure.
But anyway,